Okay. This is actually the third take. The first two I thought were just an odd kind of start. For one thing, I said basically nothing, um, waiting for people to come in, like that's the nature of the stream, which it isn't. This is just a monologic uh, practice. I like to monologue, so helps me think things through. I guess other people prefer writing for that. It's too slow for me. So you see the crests of an idea, like a, that undercurrent of thought or movement or form, whatever words you want to use, that undercurrent, and then you get the crest of it. Um, and it'll do the work. You don't have to. It's amazing. The mind is just so amazing. Our connection with things is so amazing. It does. I guess it probably does require a degree of faith until you've seen it, and it's you've seen that. The crests don't show you the whole ocean. Fuck. I'm not gonna start talking like that. I thought about it. Get really Taoist with my manner of speaking, but it's not natural to me. I'm some hybrid. Uh, where I am, pot's legal where I am. So there's three types: there's sativa, indica, and hybrid, right? But they're actually all hybrid. It's just some have more of a dominant strain. Well, they might find out more about where weed came from and shit like that, and they know more about that. You'd think I would have researched it more. I have a connection to it. I think I have a connection to its. Well, I definitely have a connection to its mentality or its view. Um, and that's interesting to me. I was going to talk about sponsorships. These are one that would be good. Okay, is Sapporo. If I get a Sapporo sponsorship, that's a big one though, because they're a big company, and there's no reason or likelihood that they would ever sponsor me. Um, the other two are pretty realistic, which are weed companies and coffee companies, because I drink a lot of coffee and I smoke weed, so they could sponsor me if they make a good product. So that's good. Um, but I might quit it too. I don't know. Those are possible sponsorships. Unlikely though. I work very spontaneously. I like the idea of trying like a coffee and seeing how it affects my performance. I mean, as you say, well, there's a whole host of other factors which affect performance, but I like changing subtle variables and seeing. I don't know how the energy shifts and playing off that energy and just riding that energy. Um, yeah, but like the beer I've come to is Sapporo, and for liquor I like Bamboo rum. And I researched. I did. I didn't drink for a lot of years, but I tried a bunch of stuff because of my last job. I was an LP at liquor stores. So, and I didn't drink for a long time. And I didn't even when I started the job. And then, yeah, I got interested in IPAs. That's a slippery slope to a gut. They're good, though. Some of them are good. And it's interesting, like, just trying the different ones and learning about it for a while. But then, it's like, well, um, like, what beer am I going to grab? I'm going to grab a Sapporo, you know. Never really got into the Scotch and whiskey thing. But, but there's a lot of subtlety to that, too. And wine. I don't like wine. Too much of a hangover. Makes my face all red. Makes my ears heat up. Hate it. Also, I like vodka. I think kind of a similar reason. It's not a drunk I enjoy. Um, Bourbon I like. I actually do like the burn. Someone said that to me. It's like, oh, I like the burn. I was like, oh, I actually do like that. And bourbon. Like, not too much, but rarely. Like my bamboo. But that's like when you find your drink, it's like, well, you drinking all the time? Well, no. You just found your drink. That's good. So you can go back to it. You know what drink you like. So you actually drink less. That's what's funny. Um, but, it's there. Now, I'm going to remove this one. The Prince by Machiavelli. It's going, it's a souvenir at this point. Uh, like, marked it up a bit. I didn't want to show it, though, because it's funny to me. This one, is Farnsworth's Classical English Rhetoric. This one looks useful. The book, I don't want to preview the book underneath. I want to have a selection of this book, but I don't want to. So I'm going to do this. Yeah, this is Farnsworth's Classical English Rhetoric. There's a lot of selections in it of, like, good ways of speaking. Ways of speaking well. Long sentences. Course one time a guy said, well, the course was built around the idea that basically writing was about how to write long sentences. Okay, so this is polysyndeton. Polysyndeton? Men, she perceives, are clumsy and talk loud and have no drawing room accomplishments and are rude, and she proceeds to model herself on them. That's from Beer Bomb, The Decline of the Graces, 1909. I like that. Men, she perceives, are clumsy and talk loud and have no drawing room accomplishments and are rude, and she proceeds to model herself on them. Hmm. The next one is by Chesterton, The Crimes of England. And you can seldom get through even a whole paragraph without being monotonous or irrelevant or unintelligible or self-contradictory or broken-minded generally. If you have something to teach us, teach it to us now. That's Chesterton, The Crimes of England, 1915. Yeah, he was talking to himself there, right? He would have been. He's writing a story. He's thinking that. And the more strongly he thought that about whatever he was visualizing in his head, the better he'd write it. Do you believe that? That's a theory. It's totally a theory. Someone could write that in a post, and people would like it. Write like a long paragraph about whatever insight I just said, and people would like it. Yeah, it's something to do. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing you could do. You could take something I say, and you could write it out longer, explain it, and then people would like it. There you go. I'm saying you should do that or shouldn't do that. I'm not saying either one. I'm saying you could do that. The next book down though is this. It says this. It's educational. Don't be a rat, Monty. Don't be a weasel, Rice. Why is that? Because this book is called W.C. Fields and Me, and it's written by his widow. And he wrote it with some guy. And yeah. And so, like, but this is the truth of it. It's written with love. It actually is written with love. And she probably did need someone to help her write it. So, it's fair. You know. I love fucking W.C. Fields. Okay? He lived a long-ass life, drinking, having a good old time of it, being passionate, being funny, you know, living the full gamut. It's a good way to look at things. Laugh at everything. Stress is the worst thing. I really do think that. I think you can deal with a lot if you can deal with stress. Like if you yeah. I'm focusing now more too, and I want to say this too because this is like I've been very like almost intellectual and talking about intellectual things, and I'm focusing more now on the body. Thinking your mind conquered your body, you know. Thinking your mind conquered your body. Thinking mind conquered body. That's one of my little gems. And yeah, so I'm gonna focus more on shit like that. To make an example of well, natural living, the healthiness of it, of a healthy mentality, of the ease with which someone can change direction if they have a light touch to begin with. And I'm going to show that. You know, because I'm going to do it anyway. And I do a lot of things that, well, I've done a lot with the mind, and as we all do, but you know, seeing aspects of the mind that are maybe insightful, and summed it up in very brief insights that other people can expand if they wish to. But there's other energy work to be done, and I go full bore. Why half-ass it? You know, put the other stuff on the back burner. Got to maintain a practice always, and I do. The 6-word form, which I'm a master of, and a monologuist, which I will hopefully do regularly, probably for under an hour. After it gets over an hour, I get a bit. So to keep up my technique, which is at an unbelievable level, an almost unbelievable level. The only reason you believe it is because you see it, hear it. But keep that up. But subject matter probably going to change. Maybe a few more days or even weeks of kind of narrowing down the bookshelves to things which are of interest. And sorting books to me are more fun than reading them. The aesthetic of a book, you know, expanding on you know, a small bit of its energy. So I I feel bad that I marked this one up because they're really not. It's just that it's like, if you're a wizard, it's like, I mean, do you want to see behind the curtain? What's the fun of that? Like, right? Nah, I get the crest of the wave, baby. Crest of the wave. That's funny. These are such old. They're old terms, old Greek terms, and outdated ways of speaking. They attempt to frame the argument too much in the. This is for my taste. For my taste, attempt to frame the argument too much. Attempt to direct the person too much. Huh. Yeah. Hey man, I go right into the fucking pit, and I come out with gold, jewels. You know. Maybe I'll get a personal trainer or something. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe someone. Imagine being able to say you're my personal trainer. Holy shit, man. You know. And if there's ever a lady who spends her time listening to shit like this, you know, yoga. Yeah. In my circles, that does pay the bills. I can get there. Stretchy shit. Fuck yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Yep, I got tricks to pull. And my tricks are always fun and meant to be inspiring, and hopefully inject some energy, creative. Uh, you know. Yeah, I turn people's head around a bit. That's okay. Look inside. That's where you get insight.